So, as you guys know, I've recently been switching from controller over to mouse and keyboard after having spent my entire Fortnite career on controller. Now, in this video right here, I want to show you guys how I've improved so quickly within the first 68 to 72 hours of playing on mouse and keyboard, and how I plan to continue improving at an accelerated rate to a point where I become, top 1% of players on mouse and keyboard. So let's just get into it. So the first thing that people typically struggle with when they switch from controller to mouse and keyboard are getting your mechanics down, and trust me, it is very frustrating when you already know how to build on controller and you're trying to relearn on mouse and keyboard, and this is something that can stop a lot of people from continuing to play on mouse and keyboard because they get so frustrated. This map right here, though, has got you covered. This was created by Raider464, and in order to get down your keybinds, what I would recommend doing is hopping into the free build section right here. From here, you can see that we have different island speeds. I recommend switching it to like 0.8, but if you are brand new, you just switched to keyboard today, I'd recommend putting on 0.4, which is very slow, and this can be a great way for you to practice learning what your keybinds are, doing triple ramp rushes so you know where this is, and then from here you can speed it up once you get it down and really work on getting consistent with your keybinds. Within a very short window of time, less than 3 days worth of hours on mouse and keyboard, I've progressed from being a complete beginner to being able to consistently do triple edits and even more advanced movements. And this is something that's still a work in progress, but you guys can see I just got on and I'm still relatively consistent on my builds. The second thing that a lot of people struggle with when switching to mouse and keyboard, and this is a very understated one, is your movement. On controller, you have 360-degree movement with a joystick. And unless you guys are willing to invest around $100 to get a keyboard joystick, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to when you have to press 4 different keys to move different directions. To get better with your movement, I recommend going into the tunnels practice here, and what you do, you can just click on any of those, and you're going to build through this and just really work on getting your movement consistent. Now, these are something that I need to work on a lot more too, as you guys can see from this right here, but this is a great way to really practice building and moving at the same time, and not just free building. Because if you just memorize combinations, you're really not going to get much better. So if you run through these, and then let's say you master number 1, switch to number 2, and just keep going like this, and this will be a great way for you guys to really work on getting your movement down while you're building. Another great way to work on your movement while taking shots is using the piece control peak training right here. You can switch the bot reaction time from easy, medium to hard, or if you're just practicing for the first time, you might want it off. Just shoot this one, you go in here, it's going to give you a preset right here that will be randomly set, and then you're going to try to find the bot and prevent taking any damage. If you show yourself for too long, you're going to take damage, but if you just run through this for about 15 to 20 minutes a day, it's really going to dramatically help you, making sure that you don't get shot when you're playing actual games. Finally, the third most fundamental thing that you should be learning when switching from controller to keyboard is your aim. This is something that people talk about a lot, and personally for me, I really don't have a very challenging time with my aim and picking that up on mouse and keyboard. But for a lot of people, that is not going to be the case, so I recommend going to this aim training tab, and the number one that I recommend right here is going to be the aim dual cone. This is a situation that you find yourself in a lot, especially if you're an aggressive player that likes to take 50-50s and jump into people's boxes. When you go into this one, you're going to see a bot spawn. You're just going to be shooting the bot over and over again and just working on your aim. And there are a bunch of different practice methods that you can use if that one doesn't fit you very well. So let's say that you've been practicing now for about 3 to 4 days and you have all the fundamentals down roughly. The final thing that I would recommend practicing in this map is the clutch practice right here. This is something that you're going to shoot. You have bots that will spawn in, and you have the options to choose 1v2, 1v3, or 1v4, as well as 5 different presets for the health that it's going to give you. For me personally, since I'm still quite a beginner on mouse and keyboard, I usually just stick with a 1v2 and put it on 150 HP. In this map right here, you're going to get great practice moving around while your enemies are moving around and spraying at you at the same time. It'll give you kind of a simulation of the pressure that you get in an actual game, but maybe to a little bit of an easier degree. But once you practice getting this down, you're going to be pretty much game ready and be able at the very least to win pubs. Overall, if you guys follow this training plan, you should be able to get just as good as you were on controller within a 3 to 4 week time frame. If you guys did enjoy all these tips, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment what you want to see next, and if you guys just want to keep up with my progression, switching from controller to keyboard, make sure that you subscribe as well and turn on post notifications. Love you guys, see you in the next video.